So let's figure out what talks to metadata. And what we're going to do is use Edgewise. So what you saw is that I've got a broken web app that has this SSRF.
No, it works. It's just not secure. I wouldn't say
it works.
It works.
Yeah.
It's functional.
It is a flawed web app.
Flawed, yes.
Very flawed.
It's got a feature. It's got a feature.
It's very functional. It's a functioning proxy server. It's awesome.
Yeah, no, yes, yeah. And unintended. So we've got this flawed web application. I can run any administrative tool, whether it's curl, wget, an interactive Python shell. If you're on a Windows box, you could use PowerShell, whatever the case is.
Yep.
And what I need to do is lock this down so that only my good stuff, like my ability to say, get host info. I use this. I need this. You can't take that away from me. So some of these structured scripts that need access to metadata, they should have it, but nothing else.
Right.
So let's figure out first what is communicating and then lock it down to only the things that should have the access. So what we're going to do is get into Edgewise. And the first thing we'll do is just take the all managed hosts object. And the all managed host object is just every instance in your environment. We're going to say view connections. And viewing connections, what we can see if we expand outbound paths.
So you have the Edgewise agent on this instance.
Yeah, okay. yeah, exactly. We've deployed Edgewise via SSM actually to all of these instances to make it nice and simple to deploy. So there's a lot of outbound connectivity. I'm just going to go to unmanaged paths. These are addresses that we don't directly control, like the 169.254 address. So I'll say 169.254, 169.254, and this is a list of all software and devices that communicate to the link local address throughout the entire environment. What I'm going to do is just do a spot on this. So you can see PowerShell on desktop 3 connected, Kubelet on Testa 1 connected. We've got the Amazon SSM agent, which is the configuration management agent for Amazon. You've got the EC2 wallpaper. So on a Windows box, this is, desktop 4. The desktop will have like information about what the instance is, its size, and all of that. Well, that's where it gets it. EC2 config does. So let's just select all and go through the list quickly. I don't want that. I don't want my subvert get Mac. I've been playing around quite a bit, so there's a bunch of cruft in here. SQL EIP. This is how SQL Server does customer experience improvement. CEIP. They get information about your instance and they send it to Microsoft. So that's gone. I'm going to take my server, which was the flawed web application out. I'll take out interactive Python, interactive PowerShell, gone. I'll leave the pilot agent. I'll take out my test, my script. I'll leave Kubelet. I do not want Internet Explorer to be able to access it. I'll say get Mac is gone. I'll say get host info, which is the one that I use. It's important to me. Stays. I'll leave EC2 wallpaper. Why not? Get rid of curl. And I'll get rid of a bunch of test garbage that I was playing with.
Now, conceivably, if an attacker had a shell, they could find a way to get access to this.
Not in a minute.
You're going to take away the shell as well, right?
I'm going to take everything away.
Okay.
So the only thing that we'll be able to communicate is we're going to create a segment. And this is going to be a segment, a list of software. So I say create source segment.
In your product, you can say this Python script has access, but the shell...
that's cool. What I'm about to do.
That's really cool.
Seriously.
Yeah, I like that.
So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to call this AWS Instance Metadata Clients. And I'm going to say create. And in just a second, it'll refresh and you'll see the object here. There it is, AWS Instance Metadata Clients. So this is every instance in my environment and every piece of software that will be allowed to communicate with the metadata service. So the first thing we need to do is put a default block in, right? Just like a firewall, you say, by default, I don't want anyone to be able to talk to the metadata instance unless approved. So the way we do that is we go to sentence policy builder, and we take the all managed host object, and literally we just say local unmanaged, expand it. It shows the link local address right there on port 80, and we say block. And then we say, okay, now AWS instance metadata clients, what I want to do is I want to say local unmanaged 169.254 approve. So there's two policies. It's simple. All managed is denied to 169.254, 169.254 port 80, and AWS instance metadata clients is allowed. If you are not in that allowed list, you do not talk to metadata. So we're going to apply.
So I got a question.
Yeah, go for it.
I first of all love the fact you can do this, on scale, but how's that any different than what I said? And what I said was I drop a firewall rule in to stop traffic to that port, that service, right? That's what you're doing.
Yeah, with a very significant difference, which I'll show you right now.
Okay.
So we can actually chat about it first. The main difference here is that a firewall can say this address is or is not allowed to talk to that remote address and port. What we say is this specific script, this specific application, this specific binary is or is not allowed. I can say PowerShell as an interactive shell is not, but this foo.ps1, this specific PowerShell script is. I can say Python as an interactive shell cannot, but getData.py is. And that's exactly what this is all about. So let's see what this looks like. So
okay, I'm sold already.
So let's do it. First, we'll start with get host info, my little Python script. Okay, that worked. Excellent. What if I did Python interactive, and again, I did import request. Gotta learn to type first. Import requests, and then print requests get, and we do HTTP. And text. Ooh, what is this? Oh, interactive really cool. Shell just got a permission denied for awesome. Accessing the metadata service. Now, what if I took this one step further? What if I was clever and I said, you know what, that script that was allowed?
You want to edit it. That's where I was going.
Oh, no. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'll copy this script and I'll say subvert.py. I'll go here and I'll say yank it, put it, and change it to, I believe it was local IPv4. Oops. Great. Nope, permission denied. What about curl?
But now, if you edited the gethostinfo.py,
doesn't matter.
If you change the,
let's do it.
Does the signature change?
Let's do it.
Does the signature change?
Let's do it. Permission denied.
So if you just edit that.
Yeah, I'll do the exact same thing. Yank, put.
Oh, you didn't save your changes though.
Oh.
Yeah, you did.
Oh,
yeah, I did.
Q bang.
Yeah, no, there's 2 lines now.
Your screen is cut off. Your screen's cut off. I'm sorry.
In case there is any question, let's just do this again. Yank.
It's on the upper screen. It's shifted, so I couldn't see the I couldn't see the W.
No problem. Get host info. Nope. Sorry.
So it knows that file changed.
It knows everything. Let's go one step
really
further.
Cool.
Let's do one step further.
It did that. That's really awesome.
I'm gonna start my little flawed web server.
Yes, your flawed web server.
My flawed web server. And I'm going to come over here, and the first thing I'm going to do is copy this so I don't have to type it again, and say, great. So the proxy still works.
Right. You can go to Google.
Yep.
Sure.
the point of this solution was not to stop that, but what happens if I point it at metadata services? Nope. Sorry, permission denied.
It's awesome.